Oh, hi there. It's Friday, and I see that the lishogi is running this month's monthly classical arena, and we have, it looks like 2.5 hours left, which is a good time for me because this is the abbreviated schedule this week. While family is in, I'm going to be streaming a little more short sessions. So this seems to work out nicely. So we won't be doing our fast games today. We'll be doing relatively slow games, assuming we can get games on this. It didn't look like it was too crowded, but we'll go through. Hinaso is already in a dominating position, and I just joined the event. We'll see if we get matched. But yeah, Hinaso is already in a dominating position, and I don't know what this means for the event. We will see. We will see. Hey, Rico, how are you doing? Excited. I'm excited for Shogi. Excited for. I've got a little bit of a jolt based on some emails I've been exchanging. A little bit of a jolt of excitement for the stream for the podcast, and actually, I wanted to message you, Rico, about something. I will message you after the stream today. But you're doing good. Still recovering from Thanksgiving. Yeah, boy. Speaking of recovering from Thanksgiving dinner, so I made the turkey. It was my daughter is not here with us for the first time ever now, in our lives. But it was my son, my wife, and I, and we each did. All right. So do I not have sound on? Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And anyway, I have not been. I've been reducing my intake over the past month and a half, and like I haven't had ice cream for for a long time, and because I've been nervous about some of my numbers coming up for my blood tests for yearly physicals and things like that. So I've been eating relatively lightly and healthy, but so I overate. So long story short, I overate so much yesterday that by the end of the day, I don't, without grossing people out, like it just started. I don't know if it's just expanding or coming up, and I ended up throwing up, and I don't know if I also had just a little bit of sickness, but ended up throwing up, and then I went to bed, and then woke up like a little bit after, and the same thing where it just feels like it's coming out the top, and ended up throwing up again. So two throws, and it was rough. It was rough, but it was worth it. Eating gluttonously eating so much was worth it. It felt good. It felt good. It tasted good. All right, let's make our way in here. I'm not gonna pre-move. I'm not gonna pre-move. Although I think I effectively can pre-move. No, because he could just take here. That's the thing with shogi, is that a lot of things you can't. Pre-moves are sometimes a little tough. So if he doesn't block here, I will block here. Is there any defense for this? Wow. I don't think there's, there is that block, but there's a follow.
Now just followed.
Prof, now good. Hello, hello. First time here, got the notification on Shogi Harbor Discord. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. This is interesting. So, all right. So did I mess that up? Did I mess that up? This is a possibility. This is also a possibility. What if I drop a silver here? Hey, Goshujin. Hey, NinWorld. Great to see you both. Why are lishogi arenas so dysfunctional? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. What do you mean by dysfunctional? I think I think realistically the arena style, which is great, I think is just very difficult to is very difficult to manage with so few players. This style I think works great on Lichess where you have a lot of players, and I think it's more difficult to turn into a meaningful event with so few players. So I think I messed up at some point in here, but I think I'm still doing fine. I think the pawn can push. I think I'm living dangerously. Only the strongest players actually play. The rest are unknown, no-name accounts or people who take exactly 30 seconds. Yes. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's tough. It's tough because, there are a lot of strong players, and wow. Again, I feel like I might be misplaying this. Okay. That's I think believe that's Sumero. That's Sume. Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay, we're back. We're back to the tournament. And Picare, viewer Picare. Hey, Mithrandir, nice to see you. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I didn't think of Picare as a central rook player. Goshijin, you're saying you're sorry you came in so rashly. I don't think you came in rashly. I think it's a frustration. It's a valid frustration. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Immediate threat. Immediate threat here. Can't do this. So takes, silver drop, bishop back, pawn drop? No. So silver drop, back, I don't want to block this pawn, I think. Tempted to open this. Interesting position. I think I'm playing too fast. Although, you know, I'm down on the clock. I feel like I don't quite have I don't quite have my lishogi timing down. You know, every game you play and every site, you know, it sort of has like a little story and a little background and a little kind of context to it. I feel like my lishogi games have no context to them, if that makes any sense at all. It almost feels like there's no cadence to them. There's no feel to them. They're just games, and so I don't have this like internal sense of how quickly I should move, how quickly my opponents should move, you know, things like that. It sounds weird. I think it sounds weird as it's coming out of my mouth, but I'm trying to put into words how I feel when I'm playing on lishogi, and it's like that. So a silver here wouldn't surprise me, but I still get this out, which I think is great. Because I'm not invested enough. I think that could be true. Yeah, that's actually, I think, a very insightful point that you would know because you've seen so many of my streams. I'm not invested in these games very much. You know, in a similar way to when I'm playing on Shogi Quest, where I'm not invested. Yet, that said, I have had some great games on lishogi. You know, I have played some great games on lishogi. Some of my best games that I have ever played, I have played on lishogi. So why is that? Why is it just because I have, you know, everyone has that you know, shogi is such a volatile game, and it's so easy to lose a game, so that that means sometimes when you play a game on when you play a game of shogi, you could look like you're just the greatest player that's ever existed in some game if your opponent just plays the right move. Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't see this. So I think this is interesting. I think this is interesting. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've I think I've messed up here. I think I've messed up here. Drop the pawn. He takes. What if I promote? How about gosh, I'm trying to how about And then I drop the bishop. Then I drop the bishop. Then he drops a silver. So I think I've lost the script. I think I've lost the script a bit here. Wow. Huh. If I drop the pawn, he can just come back. Well, then I come like this. Interesting game. Hey, VMD Ayaka. Hello, hello. Happy holiday. Emperor Rex, good day to you. Goshijin, you say that your most memorable game was a rando on lishogi 2 years ago when the site was barely alive. So I know that you feel differently, but I feel like the site has felt the same in terms of viability and like activity for the past 2 years. So if he comes back here, I come up. If he comes back here, I take. If he comes back here, then we have a question. Then we have a question. Then we have a question. The thing is, I don't want to take this rook and break this fork. Ooh. If a silver comes up here, I'm just coming over there. You played over 1,100 games within a month? What? Wow. Wow. Interesting. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? I might be. I might be. Wow. If I come up here, is there a pawn drop possibility? No. So I like that I've sort of, there's not as much to drop here still. And I'm going to have some threats. This lance is going to be a threat. I'm almost tempted to drop a rook here. Or drop a rook here, maybe. Hi, Atari. This is a threat. So I think he's got to cap this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. I want that knight. I definitely want a knight. So if he Tatakis, I think I think I take, and then I come over here. Actually, do I think I just take. I think I want the silver and gold. I think I want the silver and gold. Although a rook drop would then become very strong. This would become incredibly strong. So I don't think I can do that yet. I don't think I can do that yet. He drops. Oh no, he can't drop there. He can drop here. Defending. This is still a threat. Now I get this. No, I don't. No, I don't. Hold on. Gosh. Okay. Fun game. Fun game. Hey, Surgebringer. You know, I do want to activate this. I think he's going to be able to do something here to be annoying. You know, I also can just drop a pawn. So he can Tataki me. Ooh, ooh. Let's get this. Okay, so I think I just take the silver. I think I just take the silver. Right? So many weirdos in lishogi chats. I've noticed that as well. Yaki Emo, hello, hello. So rook drop, I think, is met with a pawn drop. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see. So this is going to be fast. This is going to be fast. This is going to be fast. He's got a lot of pieces. He's got a lot of pieces. And the bishop drop, can't be here because my pawn. But I guess the bishop drop here is fine. Okay. So is this Sumero? He drops the, let's say he drops the bishop. With the silver, take, back. It's still not Sumero. Ah, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Take. Well, no, it's only here. Take, back, bishop, take, run, is that mate? What if I drop a gold here? Drop a gold. Is this mate? If I take, drops a rook, I drop the pawn. No, he doesn't drop the rook. He takes. I run. Bishop drop. I run. Take. No, because this would be taken. I'm not taking back. So I run. And then he slides over, take, and that is mate. So that is mate. So what if I just drop the gold back here? What if I bring my gold up? Bring my gold up. Takes. Run. Let's try that. Let's try that. So if I do take, then rook drops. And then I run back. I run down. Bishop drop. I come down. Wait, what? What happened? What happened? That was only 3 seconds. Arigatou gozaimashita. What happened? I have it set to 10 seconds. Lishogi, how many of these freaking Lishogi losses am I going to have? I had plenty of time. So was it mate? Was it mate? Okay, it was good. It was good for them. It wasn't mate. It wasn't mate. Or it was. It was. It was mate. It was mate. Good game. If you're there, Picare, good game. How did I mess this up? Did I ever mess this up? Has this always been your advantage? No way. Wow. So I was never winning. I was never winning. Wow. That's mind-blowing to me. I really thought I had the win. Beautiful game. I'm going to guess beautiful game then. But either way, that's a terrible way to lose. That's a terrible way to lose. You know, lishogi is just so it's just frustrating to play because the clock doesn't work. The countdown doesn't work. I have it set to 10 seconds. What is my did it reset my settings? I had it set to that 10 seconds. I don't think I changed it back to the default. 5 seconds. That felt like 3 seconds. But I had it set to 10 seconds. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. And the thing is, you know, when I'm streaming, also, I'm talking, so I don't even hear the clock. If I'm talking, I'm talking over that little tick, tick, tick. So I can't hear it. And I know that thing has been merged. I know that the vocal count up has been merged. You know, Killer Duck, you verified that. But it just hasn't been deployed, I guess. Great game, Picare. Great. Regardless, it's a shame that such a great game had to end that way. But that was a really fun game. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you as always. Thank you as always. Great game. What is that? You've gifted a tier. Rico has gifted a tier 1 sub to Magic Based. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh man, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. Boy, that was a really fun fun game. It's showing thanks to your Shogi streamer. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. It really is. I so appreciate it. You have no idea. No idea. Picare is playing well today. Four wins and only a loss to Yamashin, who's a god. Yamashin is really strong. Oh, the Nekrobisha shirt should be here tomorrow too. Awesome. Gosh, I hope it's nice. I hope it fits. I hope it's nice. I hope the everything is good. I've got my Nekrobisha hoodie on today. Just threw this on before gosh, my posture when I'm streaming is so bad. My posture is just ridiculous. So it's like, the thing slopes down. All right. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. This is so Kakutofu. So what do I do? What do I do against Kakutofu? I have no line against Kakutofu. What? So we're basically playing the reverse. We're playing the reverse. Fascinating. All right, sure. But then he could drop a rook just on my head here. So let's say silver takes, and then I drop the rook, a bishop. All right, why not? Why not? Let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, and then the rook drop. And then the rook drop is good. Right? Oh, that's interesting. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fascinating. What a game. What a game already. So what about a rook drop? Then he could just drop a gold. He could just drop a gold. Yeah, but I've got to protect against the pawn drop. I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to do. So I'm going to go back into some sort of weird. So how good is this player? Who has this person beaten? Who has this person beaten? So I don't know. None of these players have meaningful, except for Yamashin, who he's lost to. Oh boy, oh boy! Wow, I like that. I like that. So he drops any piece. You know, I just come Nakabisha. I need to maintain this umbilical. I think I need to maintain this umbilical. I think I need to keep defending here. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um, no, let's do this. Fun game. This is what is this, Riki-sen? Who starts a game like this? I think someone who's I'm going to guess someone who's really good. Someone who's either really good or really bad. Like there's no middle ground. And I think already I feel like this player's good, but it could just be that I'm making them look good. But I don't think there's any middle ground. There's usually not middle ground in people that play like this. You know, they are either they're either beginners or they're really good. You know, because they may not need much. Oh, that's interesting. I'm tempted to just give up the bishop or the silver. You know, I can't run because then the gold drop. Well, no, the gold drop is double defended then. Let's come up. Let's come. Which way? Let's come up. I want to maintain this. He can't defend. He can't. He could defend with a gold, but like he can't defend this knight with a pawn. Well, yes, he can because I take and then he takes with check, which is you know a really bad state for me. Okay. This is not free. Um, oh, that's yeah. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is good. Maybe it is good. This is a fun one. This is great practice of trying to be sort of defensive, tactical. This is a great one. Boy, I'm glad I played this player. This is a fun one. I mean, this is crazier than the games you get on Shogi Wars. I have to say, I still feel like I have an advantage here. Yeah. So the problem here is that it's that way. Um, let's threaten here. And let's threaten here. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Gold drop is nothing because I can just take. If I drop my rook here, he goes back. I get this. But that's not so great. I think that's not so great. You know, I can also do something like this. Kakutofu feels like Grob opening, but in comparison to Grob, it's not even that bad. Yeah. So, you know, the United States, 2024 United States champion, you know, Noah, he plays Kakutofu a lot, including in, you know, some of the highest level amateur games. And he a lot of times it transposes, I think, into opposing rook. Like it's just a way to transpose into opposing rook, which is what I expected here. Um, oh, this is not. This is defended. Okay, so this is defended by the horse. Um, Where's his next move? Where's his next move? All right, let's do this. Let's just do this. Is there a mate I'm missing here? Mmm. Okay. 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 Or he's aiming here. He's aiming there. Huh. Should I drop a rook? No. Come over here. No, then the rook drop. How can I defend this? What's the best way to defend this? All right. Wow. So this is Sumero. This is Sumero. So no, I could have pulled back. No, I couldn't. Yes, I could have. I could have pulled back. Why did I race that? Fun game. He drops a gold. Do I drop a knight? Ooh, ooh. Does he have mate? I don't think so. I don't think so. Silver. I come up. Where's the check here? That he comes up. So I come back here. Where's the check? Lance drop. I come up. He drops a silver. No, how does he check? How does he check? So I take, he's only got a gold. He gives up a gold? How does he check? So I think he's got to get his gold over. Or drop another one. I accidentally hit my, hey, Ornolf. So, knight drop, no, he runs. So what about gold drop? Gold takes, or horse takes, king takes, rook drop. All he has is a bishop. All right, I can't lose on time again. I cannot lose on time again. So if he tries to run, it's gold. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Gold takes knight. Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay. That was a really fun one. Like I said before, that was really, really fun. And like a great test of, not test, but of just sort of defense and offense randomness. Hey, Yloigh, nice to see you. Wait, just gold drop instead of the knight drop? Well, I mean, sure. If you want the faster mate, sure. But like what you don't see here, the big brain idea is that what I accomplished, sure, I could have gone by a textbook. I could have gone by a textbook. But a creative player such as myself, wants to... I don't even know how to justify this. I don't know how to justify this. So, but also, yeah, this is basic. This is, as the kids would say, this is basic. This is basic thinking. So also, what I have accomplished by my approach is that I have also, in the evaluation, given myself another perfect move, thereby lowering my average centipon loss. So the question is, could I have played more perfect moves? Is there a way to play another perfect move? I could have done this. I could have done this. Exactly, Yloigh. This is why Yloigh comes to this channel. This is why people come to this channel. It's for the sophisticated shogi. It's for the sophisticated shogi connoisseur. Can I sack that rook and make the mate longer? You don't think many youth are playing this game? True. But you see, maybe that's what this stream will help accomplish. We'll get more youths playing the game. That was fun. I've got to say that was very fun. Oh no. I see Der Doctor in the spectator list. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The last time I played Der Doctor, I went on a downward shogi spiral for 4 or 5 days. The last time I played, and it was in a slow game. I think it was that rapid. So it was rapid. It was either rapid or classical. And Der Doctor berserked me and crushed me so fast. It honestly, it took me days to recover from that game. Being serious now and not using this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And even like you in no way trying to pressure you into playing suboptimally. In no way trying to pressure you to throw a game to me or not berserk. Please do berserk if you want. Please do. But it took me days to recover. Can I berserk back? It took me days to recover from that game. Wait, no. Der Doctor knows that I am well, no, that is safe because you can't take here. Yeah, I can't make that move if that happens. Okay. I'm gonna say again, I really like this alternate sound piece more than their default, and I sort of like this board a little bit better than what I was using. All right, so it looks like Der Doctor may be going into that Gangi approach, which would make sense. Yeah. So what does Koshiro do here? So I'm gonna move my king, and then I'm gonna think. I think, I could still play Urashino Ryu here. I still could. And, I am against a significantly better player. I don't want that to influence me. Let's push the pawn. Let's push it. Let's push it. Push it real good. Urashino is very exciting. Hey, Unti Kong, nice to see you. You don't like the grain texture on this board, but it's good contrast. 1000% agree. 1000% agree. I don't love, but that is exactly why I picked this board. That's exactly why. It's because of the contrast. Because of the contrast more than the grain. But that said, even as much as the grain is not ideal, this board does sort of look like one of those non-Kaya boards that you see all the time. One of those non-Kaya, but still nice old boards. I think they were sold a lot. I honestly, I believe a bunch of these boards were sold in the 1970s, is my understanding. This board, I had one. I had a board that looked very close to this. It was a board with legs. It was a shogi board with legs that I got at a Japanese, I think it called Folk store. They also had some old Go boards and old pieces, but I got this board. It is not Kaya, but it's a nice wood. It's this darker wood. But I think they were relatively cheap or relatively inexpensive at the time. And I ended up giving it to that 8-year-old kid as they moved back to Japan. So that was like one of the gifts that I gave to him when they moved back. And but anyway, I've also seen, and I think on Utsunomiya Shogi channel, I think they used to played with some boards like this. I've seen some of the Shogi Brazil tournaments. They played on a board like this. I've seen it in a few places. And even though I wasn't around then, playing shogi, and even though I'm still relatively new as a shogi player, it gives me a nostalgic feel. I think mostly because of some of the videos and some of the, like, the fact that I had one of these. To you, it looks like an obnoxiously cheap folding plywood boards. That is the thing. So this also does look like one of those cheap plywood folding boards. It also does. It can look like that. There isn't the line, obviously, or I guess the line would go this way. I think the shogi folding boards usually go line horizontally across. I need to be very careful because this is where I get my pieces trapped. I need to be very careful. This is like 1,000 points of where I get my pieces trapped. So, I was kind of luring this out. I don't think it's great for me to have this out here, but I don't think it's bad. And I don't think it's bad for him to have this out, but I don't think it's ideal. Because we do now have these ideas. They usually go vertical. Oh, and the ones that you've seen? Okay. I think the plastic one that I have is not vertical. Okay. So I'm going to exchange off my pawn. I'm going to exchange off my pawn. And the problem that I don't like coming back here because he can immediately do this stuff. But if he does, I'll come back. And then if he comes back here, then I'll go back. And I will offer the draw. I will offer the draw. Much like Jan Nepomniachtchi and Daniel Dubov, I will dance my knights, which are they're not knights in this case, but I will take the gentleman's draw. So I think doing this allows him to develop, not necessarily with tempo, but well, I can't do that anyway because the rook is guarding that. I can't do that anyway. This move I think is a possibility, and I am going to play it. This move I think is a possibility, and I'm going to play it. But I don't love it. I don't love it. This is the moment in this opening against strong players like Z-Kid. I'm thinking in particular about Z-Kid. This is where I start getting my silvers into trouble. So it's very common for me to get my silvers up here in a place where they're going to be trapped by pawn drops. In particular in this opening, I think it happens to me quite a bit. So I'm going to try to be cognizant of that in this game. I'll take this as a minor victory. NinWorld is now playing solidly. Well, NinWorld is always playing solidly, but this is going into the castle. It means that NinWorld, I think it means that either NinWorld doesn't detect a tactic or an advantage, or it means that NinWorld is taking it easy on me. And either way is a victory. So like here is something that I would do in the past. This kind of move. So it'll be interesting to see here on move 45 what the move is. I don't think that this is going to be it, but I think it's a possibility. I'm also going to try to do this. So that the if I do that, takes, push, and then I'm forced to go back. I think I'm forced to go back. But I also want to get this guy over here. Maybe even drop. So maybe like I'm here. Maybe I would drop, take. There's a redrop. I come back here or here. Gives my king a place to go castle in. Because I think we're not necessarily in the slow game, but I think we're in a place where the game might be slower. I have no edge attack. There's been no... Boy, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. This pawn is now annoying. This pawn is now officially annoying me. You know, I'd love to be able to drop the pawn here, take, block, come back, then jump. So what about I jump? He blocks, he drops. I drop. Takes, drop again. Should I run? Well, no. I can't block this. Because I want to be able to get this guy out. Boy, there's a lot to think about in PGA for this game. There's a lot to think about. There is a lot to think about. Too good. That's too good. Oh, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose this guy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm going to lose this guy. This piece is a linchpin for the defensive, for this guy. So how can I get this gold out of here? Silver takes. Gold drop or bishop. What time? I've got a minute. Silver takes, silver, gold slides over. Pawn takes, pawn takes, silver, back, takes, No! Oh my gosh, it got me again. Oh my gosh, it got me again. I'm so sorry. Oh, that was such a fun game. I am so sorry. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much, NinWorld. I'm so sorry. Boy. I don't think it was over yet. I think I had tactics. I mean, let's take a look. So I was going for silver drop here. Okay. So it was a nice advantage for you. So it was nice. 2-1. 2-1 looks good. 2-1 silver does look good. 6-8. 6-8 bishop. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't consider that. 2-4 pawn. 2-4 pawn. This is what I was going to do before I decided to do this. So how bad was my move? Not too bad. And it was silver take, and then it was knight takes, and then it was gold takes, and then it was this, and then it was this gold takes. And okay, so that's bad. So where's it just, it's one of those where it's okay. So if I would have dropped this pawn, it's my move. Oh, it doesn't like this move. And it doesn't like this move, but so if I would have come here, takes. Okay, it's one of those moves. It's one of those moves that sort of needs that first idea, but no, this is fine. Or 3-5. And then this comes back. And then I come to 6-8. That's fair. But then what about this? That would have been bad? What's the problem? What's the problem? Oh, okay. Oh, so that was not possible. So that was not possible. So 8-4 comes out. Okay, so NinWorld wouldn't have fallen for this. It wanted you to make king 4-1, king 5-1, sacrificing the rook. Where is that? Where's that? Instead of 8-5? Oh. Well, this would have... Oh, boy. Wow. Look at this. And this is still good for Gote, but it's a fascinating position. Like, I would have been happy here. I would have been happy here. Oh man, what a fun game. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't blunder my piece away. Like, obviously, I'm in a bad spot here. So effectively, I've blundered. It's even bad here. Okay, so pulling back to Urashino Ryu, pulling back was the worst move here. Because of this idea. Because of that idea. Why is this idea still not? Why is this still? Why is this idea still not here? Why does this not work? Why does this not work? Why does this not work? I was one move too slow to make this happen, but why does this not work? Oh, because you're Fugire now. Now you're Fugire. And... Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Wow. Oops, and not that. Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Galago Shogi. Well, the bishop doesn't control 7-7. It doesn't control it. I would say, it defends it slightly. But this, if this is the result, this does not feel great for me. Obviously I have a lot of pieces in hand, and I have pawns. I have lots of Tataki room. I guess that's why this is still even, with the slight advantage again to Gote still. So Gote has that advantage, but it's technically even. Yeah, I'll play this game. I mean, obviously I'll play this game more than the one I played. But boy, that's I think that's tough to find over the board. Boy, that's a tough decision to find over the board. A similar position with the bishop sack is in the Ishikawa course. If I had not pulled back the bishop, you wouldn't have played the sack. Okay. So you don't like this? Wait, so you don't like this position? So let's say I play 3-5. Well, here, so you don't. Where is it? So you say you wouldn't have played it. You don't like how we ended up? This is this is fascinating to me that that you don't like this. Okay, I guess I don't have to take. I don't have to take. Is this good? This is not even good, but I mean, it's not bad. But what does the engine want? The engine just wants promoting. Boy, oh boy. I mean, you're going to beat me in this position. So I'm going to guess that this would have been okay for you. But I do like having this. You knew that the position with bishop 7-9 is good for you, but you didn't know how to evaluate it with the bishop on 8-8. I see. I see. What a fun game. So move 44 was the one that I said move 45. Oh, and this is move 45. Okay, so during the game I said move 45. I think it was this game. I said move 45 is where I'm not sure what to do. And this is the move. This is the move. So big mistake here was jumping my knight. Big mistake here was blunder almost. I should have just pulled back. I should have just pulled back the silver. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Presumably to get this guy up here. Yeah. So I need to shuffle. Long story short, I sort of need to shuffle. You know, it is maybe officially a slow game here at this point. Oh, man. Thank you so much for the game. I'm so sorry that I didn't make my last move and you didn't get to sort of win via checkmate. And that we didn't get to fight that out because I still, you know, I still think there's play there. I still think there's play there. I mean, there's clearly play here. You know, this is still basically even, just slight advantage to Gote. But the move I made, you know, the move I would have made. I'm going to make a comment here how do I add my? Aren't I in analysis? How do I add a comment? Why can't I add a comment here? Why can't I add a comment? What am I missing? Is this some sort of wonky evaluation screen? Why can't I make a comment? Do I have to add it to a study? Weird. I guess I've got to add it to a study. Bizarre. Oh, and I lost all the variations. Oh, and there's timeout. Gote is victorious. Bizarre. Bizarre. What a strange interaction that was. What a strange interaction that was. Yeah, that's a rookie mistake. You know, despite the fact that I'm not a rookie, that's a rookie mistake, is to start making variations before it's in a study, because otherwise they'll just be lost. All right, whatever. Okay. Awesome. Fun game. Thank you. Man, that was good. That was so good. How much time is left in this? 38 minutes. So that's enough time. That's enough time, I think, to get in a game. And that's a good time now, you know, because like I said before, you know, I'm on a very tight schedule here, as Jean-Luc Picard would say. I'm on a very tight schedule, and you know, I'll basically be able to play till the ending of this. Shogi Mommy, who is this? Who is Shogi Mommy? Yeah, so it's interesting. Like you know what, like we were discussing, you know, there's something that prevents me from taking these games, from my brain making mental to taking these games seriously enough to be able to play them well. And I think that is one of them. That clock, that constant clock oddity. Galago, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hey, Ghost One, great to see you. I think the last two times we've played on lishogi, I think I might have won the games, but I was badly down, I think, in both of them. I think I was basically dead lost, I think, in both games. If I remember correctly. Apologies if I'm wrong. Gosh, I've got no liquid. Oh shoot, I should have gotten something. Should have gotten something before this game. I wonder if I should have berserked. I mean, I have no chance to compete. I have no chance to finish in any reasonable position. So might as well not like if the game doesn't count, it doesn't count. Did I not change my time settings back to 10 seconds? I don't think I did. It's fine. So, whoa. Hmm. Oh, interesting. You know, I don't love this as much with without my king here. But it's sharp. It's definitely sharp. I did have a slight bit of water left, it looks like. Oh yeah, there is the record. So two wins, two wins. But I do think that they were both losses. Um, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. I probably should have Tataki'd here, but it doesn't matter. Huh. What is that? What is that about? Okay. Okay. That seems fair. That seems fair. Interesting. I like it. I like it. I like it. Hmm. Yeah, so my edge attack wasn't fast enough. I think it should have been. I think it should have been, but maybe I misplayed it. Maybe I misplayed it. Hmm. 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 Yeah, that seems good. It does seem good. Does seem good. Mm, no. I don't think it's mate. So let's say I drop the silver or bring the silver up. The silver drop. I come up, comes down, promotes, takes, takes, or it takes first. And then I drop the silver. And then they drop the gold. It's an interesting game. It's an interesting game. Nothing. I have nothing to drink. Nothing to drink. All right, well, let's play it through. Let's play it through. Maybe I should have just come back. Or, Okay. My rook is defending back here. So let's do this. Let's just do this. Let's do this. Let's go ham. Let's go ham. The game is getting close to the end. Let's go ham. Fun times. My mouth is so dry. I am so dry. Maybe I should just bring big vats of water to drink. Maybe that's what I'll do for the Tuesday. Just reminder to anyone who's watching, the 24-hour stream is coming on Tuesday, December 2nd. So that's in a few days. I'm going to start probably around 9 or 10 a.m. U.S. Pacific. I made a post on the Discord where I said when it would be. So I will check when that is. I think I said 10 a.m., but maybe it'll be 9. We'll see. We will see. And I just pray that I'll be able to make it through the 24 hours. I don't know if I'll be able to, but that's the plan. And I'm going to stick to it. But maybe I should bring water. So no, because I just need to be good about taking breaks. I need to be very good about taking breaks. I need to be good about conserving some of my speech, I think, during that stream. I'm a bit nervous that at the 8 or 9 hour mark, my throat might be bothering me. So I just have to maybe not talk as much as usual, at least spread it out and keep hydrated. We'll see. We'll see. We will definitely see. One of the things I remember seeing chess players used to do, they do stuff like this. Let's see. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Gosh, I keep trying to go for the water here. Keep trying to go for the water. Um, Boy, it's a crazy position. I think it's looking great for me now, but maybe is there a way to turn this? There must be. There must be. Oh boy. Um, interesting. Interesting. Night drop. Night drop. King. If the king runs anywhere here, I do this. He runs there. Night drop. Night drop. King runs here. Gold drop. King runs there. Dragon. That feels a little slow, right? So what about night drop here? Night drop comes back. This is great. Could just take. It's not Tumero or anything. Or it's take. About gold drop. About gold drop here. Takes. Come up. Runs. I don't have enough. Could just take. I think there was something better. I do think there was something better. Definitely think there's something better. Huh. Night drop. He runs. Gold drop. He runs. Pawn take. Oh, got a minute. Okay, so gold drop. All right. All right. So what do we have? What do we have? Silver drop. If he defends here, then I come up here. What is that? Okay. Silver, he takes. Check. Check. So oh my fucking oh, this site sucks. Oh my god, it happened again. It happened again. It happened again. It's my fault. I should have put it to 10 seconds. Arigatou gozaimashita. Good game. Good game. So where's my mate? Where's my mate here? It's not. It's just even. Okay. So where was it? Was it here? Was it here? So where's my move now? Where's my move? 6-8. 6-8 silver. Yeah. Yeah. Go Shojin. This lishogi is just it's just terrifying. It's just terrifying. I say every time. So I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm like I've said the past 2 times. I'm never playing on lishogi again. I've said that. I've said that the past 3 or 4 times that I've played on lishogi, because it always happens. It always happens. You know, the site is just it just doesn't. The time is just it's just bad. It's just bad. Good. That was a nice way to stay in the game. That was so. Yeah. This felt wrong, and it certainly was, but yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Fun game. You know, it's unfortunate to lose this way, especially, you know, since I felt I had the advantage, but. NinWorld, they did. There is the voice countdown or count up was implemented. It's, as far as I know, it's merged. As far as I know, it is merged. It's just they haven't deployed, you know, because the site is basically running on fumes. Fun game. It was very fun. I mean, you know, the amount, like you cannot see under a microscope the amount that I care about my lishogi rating. So, you know, the win or loss is nothing, but this was a fun one. Like the past one, like the previous game, it was chaotic, and I think I played it great. I think I played great. You know, maybe until the end here, I think I was still going to win, but you know, it's just a good game. It's just a good game. But I do have to improve my end game. Like this is a huge sign that I need to improve my end game. Yeah. So the night moves that I wanted to make, I think these were great. Also, 5-8 pawn was really good apparently, which is an interesting move, which I'm probably not going to see. But yeah, I should have just made this move. This is what I was going to make. So I should have just made this move. And, you know, something like this. Yeah. And then we get this. So yeah, nice game. Ooh, well, how many games did I play today? I played 5 games, and 3 games I lost on time. You know, one of the games, the NinWorld game, you know, I was probably going to lose. This game I was probably going to win, and the other game was, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened. Maybe that was a dead lost one too. I don't remember. But let's pause and go back to the tournament. Although, oh, the tournament is ending very soon. So fun games. Yeah. So what were my ratings? What were my 2 and 3? I think should have been 3 and 2. You know, would have been 3 and 2. This game, I think, the Picari game, I think was was good. You know, he had mate on the board, so I'm gonna guess that Picari sees this mate. But this was a great game. Yeah. So this one, so the one against their doctor, I probably would have won. I mean, I probably would have lost. This one I almost certainly would have lost. I want to go through this mate. So what is the idea? What is the idea? What's the idea here? That he just drops the rook, and I still can't. He has mate here. What is the move? What is the move? Bishop. And then what? Ah. No, oh, that's not it. I say ah, but that's not it. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Picari is going to see this. Hey, Tulip, did I greet you? If I did, I apologize. You know, my brain is what it is. But this was a fun tournament. You know, despite the fact that despite the fact that I got lishogi'd 3 times, including my final game, it was still fun. It was still fun. And maybe that's the attitude just to have on lishogi. Just play the games. Don't care about the win or loss. Don't care about whatever it is. Just have fun playing shogi, and then move to a serious site when you want to care about shogi. Maybe that's just the moral of the story. Awesome. I'm disappointed that Picari didn't stop by today on the stream. I want to congratulate Picari because this was a fun, great game. So let's see who won. Well, we know who won. Yamashin. Yeah, you know, Yamashin was undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. Oh, Yamashin came back and beat Hinaso, who was undefeated. Oh, wow. At the last minute, maybe. Incredible. Incredible. It's nice to have a site that you don't care about result. Well, I would agree with that if most of the sites weren't like that. Like Shogi Quest. Shogi Quest and lishogi are still, they're in that bucket of just sites I just don't care when I'm playing in. It's bizarre. And we're losing Shogi Club 24, which is like one of the good sites. And so we're ending up with 81 dojo. So all we have left are 81 dojo and Shogi Wars. And you know, Shogi Wars still does not have good time controls. Am I winning, son? Koshiro, I lost 3 games on time. I got lishogi'd 3 times, but I had a good day. These were fun games. 5 games, 2 wins, 3 losses on time, but 2 of those games I was going to lose. And all the games were fun. So it was good. It was really good. You know, Urashino Ryu and the Koshiro edge attacks and stuff like that, they were working. But you know, my results didn't bear it out, you know, in part because of the clock. But we'll see. You know, we'll see if maybe this month lishogi implements the clock fix, which I believe not implements, deploys the clock fix. My understanding, again from Killer Ducky and looking at that PR, that pull request, my understanding is that Tortu P's fix was merged, and it just needs, like, essentially them to push the new code up and then run it. But, you know, then again, we haven't tested this very much, so hopefully it won't be a disaster. You know, hopefully that won't work. I mean, hopefully that won't have a problem. You know, hopefully when it is deployed, it's not, you can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can't ruin it any more than it already is. Like this is a disgracefully bad clock implementation for Shogi, in my humble opinion. Not so humble opinion. So you almost can't ruin it anymore, because I believe it has thoroughly degraded the quality of these games. That single bug of the clock, and I call it a bug. I don't care if it's implemented as designed. I call that a bug. The clock that we have now, because it's nothing like any Shogi clocks, and it's just like, I don't know what happened. Like, today, I had my preferences. I thought I had it on 10 seconds. Apparently, somehow, either it reset to 5 seconds, or maybe I accidentally set it to 5 seconds, or maybe I did it in I don't know. But either way, there was no way for me to know for that first game, especially. There was no way for me to know that it was a 10-second count or a 5-second count. There was just no way to know. So I was completely hit. I was completely hit on the side of the head with that first loss. And then the second loss and the third loss, it just, it still confused me, but, my brain should have been able to adapt. Should have, but it didn't. So anyway, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's a lishogi event, which is next to nothing. So it is what it is. It was a fun event, and I'm glad I was able to stream today. I am going to get going. Thank you again so much. If Rico is there or watching the VOD, thank you so much for that. For that gift subscription to Magic Based. I appreciate it, again, so much more than I can say. And thank you to everyone for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving, the people that do celebrate it, and the people that don't celebrate it. I hope at least have gotten a sense of Thanksgiving by listening to the podcast. Hint, hint. And that's it. So reminder, 24-hour stream is coming on Tuesday, December 2nd. That's this Tuesday coming up. And the podcast is out. And if you have general questions for the podcast when I have an interview, so I have a new person that has been added to my interview queue, and I am extremely excited to talk to this person. But the other person that I had in my queue is, I don't want to say knocked out of the queue, but I think he's put himself on hold for the queue. So maybe next week I'll be recording that, but I'll also have to. So long story short, if people have questions that they would like me to ask in general on these interviews, message me or let me know in the Discord. I already started a bit of a discussion in my Discord channel on the Shogi Harbor Discord. And so, let me know. And otherwise, I'm going to have to try to find something to record. I'm going to have to find another topic to record this week. And, I have a list of things, but I haven't, I've been digging into the bottom of the barrel. And I at this point, I don't have a topic for a solo podcast that I am very excited about right now. So I need to psych myself up and talk about Shogi Media. That is on my list. Believe it or not, that is on my list. My concern is that I don't have enough to say about it. I can try, because I haven't watched all that, like a lot of that anime stuff I have not watched, but so it'd be very cursory. Like, what I've seen is Miss King and Hachi One Diver and March Comes In Like a Lion, but not all of the recent March Comes In Like a Lion manga episodes. So, I just don't feel like I could speak. Well, one thing, I don't feel like I could speak I can make informed discussion about it. And another thing is, I don't know if I can even speak for half an hour on it. Like, any topic has to be able to, as far as I'm concerned for these podcasts, be at least 30 minutes. I'd prefer to be at least 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour, I think, is a good time for a solo podcast episode. If it goes longer, it goes longer. But like 30 minutes feels like it might be a little short. But it's something to think about. That is on my list. And maybe I just need to, I'll just have to put in the thing is, I'll have to put in more work for it. And I don't know if I'd have all that work ready for this weekend to record, because I won't be able to record on Tuesday because I'm going to be doing the 24-hour stream. And yeah, so when is my what am I trying to do here? When did I say it would start? I think I made a note in my calendar, but gosh, 24-hour. Okay, 10 a.m. U.S. Pacific is when I quoted on the Discord. So 24-hour Shogi Club 24 farewell stream, Tuesday, December 2nd. Expected start time around 10 a.m. U.S./Pacific, and that is, that's the plan. That's the plan. And yeah, so hopefully we do that, and I'm excited. Like, I think I'm going to probably lose some Shogi Club 24 rating. Not that it matters. It's the last month of it. But and I have already hit my goal on Shogi Club 24, which was 7Q. I was trying to basically, I'm kind of always living in this state where I want to solidify, or at least feel a little bit more legitimate about my 81 Dojo 2 Dan rating. And I thought that hitting 7Q, and especially 6Q, but I thought that hitting 7Q on Shogi Club 24 would make me feel a little more confident about my 81 Dojo rating, especially since I pretty much almost exclusively play Shogi Club 24 on stream, where I feel like at least a rank worse than I am, IRL or off stream. So that was my goal. So I've already hit my goal, so it doesn't matter if I drop the goal. And but anyway, I'm going to play those games, have fun. I don't know about the lunch breaks, Goshijin. I don't think I'll do lunch breaks. Like, I don't need to eat. I honestly, I don't need to eat too much, but maybe I will get like a hard-boiled egg or something. I don't know, and just sort of nibble it a bit. Or maybe take like a 5-minute break and do something like that. I'm not sure. But in terms of eating, I can easily go a day without eating. There's no not eating will not be my concern. Getting tired and my eyes hurting and my throat hurting from speaking too much. Those are my major concerns about this 24-hour stream, but we'll see. I will do my best. I'm not going to put my health at risk to make it work, but I'm going to do my best to hit that 24 hours, and I think I'll be able to. Like, the only way... No, sugar is not the key. Sugar is absolutely not the key for me. If I have to stay off the sugar. Having eating breaks could help give a reason for having breaks anyway. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or, this channel can turn into one of those. It's, I guess, maybe we'll find out that what people actually want is Shogi Dad eating channel, like eating dad channel, and I'll become like one of those popular Korean influencers that just eats on stream. And so Shogi will go by the wayside, and I'll just become an eater, an eating streamer. And Shogi, is that what it's called? Shogi, mukbang? Is mukbang the Korean word for that? Shogi Dad is a new species who can photosynthesis. Yeah. You can also go on food for a long time. Yeah. So I think I've said this on stream before, but I have this, what I think of as unique. I don't know if it's actually unique, but the thing is, I don't get hungry. I don't feel hunger. And so, I don't get hungry. So I can go for a long time without eating. But the difference, so I don't get hungry, but I also have this other weird thing is that I don't get full. And I love eating. So I could, and like I was discussing this yesterday, like the Thanksgiving yesterday, I will keep eating until it's basically painful. That's how I feel. That's how I would feel full. Like there's no satiation when I'm eating. When I'm eating, I will like if I have a lot of ice cream or food, I will stop when it is literally a pain in my it starts in my left side. There is a physical pain when I've eaten too much. Or when I've eaten too much is when it basically no more will go in without feeling like I'm going to throw up. Sorry to be gross. So I have a plus, which is I don't get hungry, but I have a minus, two minuses, which is I love ice cream. I love to eat. That's not so unique, but I also don't ever feel full. So I could just buy like let's say 2 vats of ice cream. I could eat that, if I wanted, I could eat that in one sitting. Or like if I'm enjoying a show, I could literally just sit there and just keep eating because I love to eat while I'm watching something. Or if I get like 2 pizzas or 3 pizzas for the family, like I could just eat all that pizza until it is gone. And it's both great and it's not great. Like, when people at work would say, "Oh, I'm hungry," I have to, it's 11 o'clock. I can't think. I have to eat. And in my mind, I'm kind of like silently judging, thinking like, what are you, a child? Do you have no control over anything in your life? Just suck it up. Don't eat. Or, all these things, like I don't quite have as much empathy for that kind of thing because I don't feel this. But it always does sort of crack me up when people at work were like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. It's 10:30 or it's 11. I'm so hungry. I had an early breakfast, so I'm so hungry at 11." It's like, early breakfast? I don't even eat breakfast, and I don't eat lunch. And you're telling me you're hungry? You can't work? But it's something quirky about me. It's definitely quirky without me. Something quirky about me. But when I eat, and I love it. But Todovsky, good to see you. You say Botvinnik had a quote: "A brain that is not on sugar is not a brain." I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Especially this past month and a half, I've been very low on the sugar. One thing is that sugar, sugar isn't inflammatory. Shogi Dad is not a doctor. For medical advice, please contact your physician. This is not medical advice. This is not medical advice, and it is not medical information. But for me, as someone who is getting older, I have had, from the Melee days and Smash, my thumbs are not in great shape, but also my toes. I've started getting some, I think, from lack of good shoes and from playing Street Fighter years ago, sitting in a crouch. I think this was bothering. So I was like pushing my toes like this. So I have some arthritis in my big toes, and I went to the doctor. He recommended these shoes. But long story short, what really happens is that if I cut out sugar, that goes away. Any discomfort or pain from that arthritis is gone within a day or two. And so I have not had any of that sort of little arthritis pain that I've had in my toes for like a month and a half now. And so recently, I started, my son came home, I got some ice cream. So, and we had a bunch of, dessert and stuff like that yesterday for Thanksgiving. So for the past 2 to 3 days, I've been eating a lot and a lot of ice cream. And sure enough, the twinges have started coming back. So like, for me, it's not only getting rid of sugar is, because sugar is an inflammatory, or is not so great for the heart, and all these other things that sugar is, people believe it to be bad for, creating lots of stuff. But obviously you do need to have some sugar in your system for your brain and stuff like that. So it's not like it's the broccoli I eat doesn't have any or something like that. It's not like that. But just the added sort of sugars, especially processed sugars, keeping that out of my system really seems to help. And I feel better when I am not eating, despite the fact that I really miss ice cream and breads and pizzas and stuff like that. When I am not eating any of that stuff, I do feel better. And anyway, and it's relatively easy for me to, if I get, I've never been out of shape sort of in my life, but if I do get to the point where I'm not pleased with the shape I'm in, it is relatively easy to get back into shape, for a combination of me liking to exercise and also me being able to dramatically limit my intake, which I think are the two keys. But anyway, not to talk about this stuff, but long story short, the 24-hour stream is going to be a thing, and I hope I can make it through. And that's it. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to get going. Congratulations and thank you to all my opponents today. Those were fun games. Despite lishogi's best efforts at making me mad, they were good games. They were fun games. And I appreciate, again, Rico with that gift sub. That makes my day. It makes my day. It sounds absurd to say, but that stuff makes my day. And it will help. It helps me. So thanks. I will see you all in the future. Probably on Monday. There's always a chance of some weekend streams, but with family in town, it's a little tighter. So I will see you. Enjoy your shogi. Enjoy your weekend. For people celebrating Thanksgiving, enjoy your leftovers, and just thanks again. This was a really fun stream. Take care, everybody. I'm rambling. Bye.